Hello, everybody. My name is Mohammed, and this is my uh, Editor Tools research presentation. I made a Sprite Editor Tool window. I found it really annoying, especially in my last project where I had to cut up sprites to make them into weapon parts. I found it really annoying to go to a separate website and do it there. So I decided to put it into Unity for the sake of convenience. This is it right here. This is like a little example. This is the window that shows up, and this is the tutorial I used, which I'm going to talk about a little bit as well. All right, to get right into the demo, if you remember from my last project, I was making procedural generated pixel art weapons. Each of these parts, the blade, the hilt, and the handle, are all a different sprite. Now, I have a bunch of these, as you can see over here. They're all from one sword cut into three pieces, which, by the way I'm making it sound, is very time consuming, which is where my tool comes in. If I open this window, oh, it showed up on my other screen, I can open a sprite editor. As you can see, you can put a sprite here, and you have all different kinds of commands. You can select the color even as well. I can even slide it into this to hide that. Okay, so let me show you how it works. So if I were to take a weapon from this pack, I'll just pick one, I don't know. Boom. I could drag a sprite in there, and we'll draw a grid over it. You can turn the grid on and off, like so, and you could also draw on it and erase it. Um, this really speeds up the process as well because I can also pick a color, like so. And let's say like I didn't like this border, which is what I was doing a lot beforehand. I can just click the color of the border and then click clear selected and boom, it gets rid of the border for you. And then let's say I didn't like the color of this, I don't know, I didn't like the red on here. I could also change the color, like let's say I wanted it to be, I don't know, yellow. I could pick the color like that, click pen, and then draw in there all I want, right? I'm not a pixel artist, I'm just showing this for the but yeah, I can draw it and they can draw wherever I want. And then I could also erase too. Like so I could say I didn't like so I just didn't like the handle though. Like I just want the Reaper blade. I could just cut that out like this. And I could also I already said the grid. I could also save these like so. Boom. That's how I wanted to put it in. Let's call this one green. And I could go to art, some new sprites, and I could save it. And this applies all of this like clamp no filter that prevents the blurring and also the pixel perfect units as well. The pixels per unit, I should say. And it puts them, where did I just save that? I think it was some new sprites. Yeah, there it is. Boom. Look at that. This is what I just drew. All right, so to talk a little bit more about how this works, over here on the right, you can see this is a spawn new object. This is like this is how the tutorial taught me how to put values like this in. The tutorial is very basic, but it went very in depth about the editor window type and the GUI layout in Unity Engine. But it started out like this, and a lot of the same principles of like the type of variables you can put into an editor window stay like instead of I don't know an integer for this you could do a color picker, which is nice, and you can also do sprites and all these buttons as well. Interestingly, halfway through this me making this, I discovered a package actually on the Unity asset store that basically does this for you, which is right here. I discovered that there's already something like this that exists on the Unity asset store and it's very popular, but um, yeah, I made my own. I followed through, and it turns out at the end that this a lot of this stuff is very helpful, especially like this open function and how to erase. I just took that from there. So I guess this is also a tutorial in the form of a package instead of a video. I learned about the editor window superclass and the GUI layout, which lets you do this, which I didn't really know was a thing. And I learned about all that stuff that goes into making the buttons and the input variables and all of that. And I also learned about the texture importer. I've been learning about that all semester really because I've been working with Sprite so much. But I learned about the nature of just importing and exporting pixel art because you have to worry about pixels per unit. Wrap modes point the wrap modes like point. As you can see on the right, I have the stuff I did, but then on the left is stuff I want to do. You can't undo. You can't do an undo button, so if you mess up, you have to start over. You can't. I want to like make it so that you can say, "Oh, change all red pixels to blue" or something like that. I also want to be able to draw a sprite from scratch. This editor tool only works if you put a sprite in there, which was nice for my last project, the procedural generation one. But if I want to expand on this, I have to make it so you can draw from scratch. But I think those three are good, but I could always go for more. I feel like editor tools are nice because you can make them for other people. So I'd love any suggestions on how you can improve this. Like, what do you like and don't like about the pixel art editors that you use? But yeah, thank you for listening.